Okay, good day everyone. Welcome to lesson 4 of the grade 5 coding program brought to you by Africa Teen Geeks. My name is Sean Murwan and I will be teaching you coding for the next 2 days. We just have today and tomorrow left in our program. Today I wanted to concentrate on some event handling and communication between sprites. Now, these two things that we're going to do today will add a little bit more excitement, more make your program more interesting, um, so that more than one sprite or more than one character can be on your on your screen and they can interact with each other. Basically, you'll be making it much more better. Okay. Um, just a reminder about the competition. I hope you guys are working on a program or a project to submit and lots of lovely prizes to be won. And actually, I'm going to talk to you today and see how many of you all are actually entering this competition. All of you all should actually go and enter this competition. Okay, let me just go to Mzora. Okay, I have already some hands up. Yes, let's get the first hand by Hisham.
Hello, sir. So yesterday I wasn't here. So what did we do yesterday?
Okay, no problem. Yesterday we were doing what was it that we did? Let me just check. We didn't do the soccer.
We did the
Okay.
quiz.
Yes. Who's that? Fatima. Yes, yesterday we did the quiz. We did a nice one, Sham. We did where we can ask questions, multiple choice, even true and false, and all of that. And where you can get your answers back. You could track what score you got, and very exciting. What you need to do is check YouTube out. I'm sure that video will be on there. If it's not already on, maybe by today it should be on, and you can have a look at it. So you go to YouTube, you go and search for Africa Teen Geeks, and you'll find the video, and you can use the ideas from there to make your project. Okay, Fatima, your hand is also up. Okay, I see the brothers William and James are also on here. um, are you also entering the competition, William and James?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Yeah, so there's nice prizes there to be won, and everybody will get the prize. So even if you're in a team or you're working together, you both will get the prizes. And I know you guys, you're from the beginning of the year in January, you were working very hard.
Yes.
What you do is you can put your ideas together and make a nice program. And yeah, uh, okay, I will talk to you again maybe towards the end of the lessons and the rest of you as well. Today, okay, I remember somebody was asking me that character, how you kick the ball. Uh,
Mr. Muravan,
yes,
it's William and James' mom. I just wanted to ask a question.
okay,
James was working on his own quiz yesterday while you were doing yours,
okay.
and he saved it, but we can't seem to load any projects. Not the projects we did in January or yesterday's one when we go onto Missouri.
No, I can load the ones in January, but I can't load the new ones.
The
from
quiz.
The new one.
New version.
You know what? I've also yesterday when I did that program, I saved it, but it was not loading. So in case you want to update it, and what I want to do is I'm gonna query with the technicians, and by the end of the lesson, I will give you an answer.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Tabitha,
much.
please just take that question. That we are unable to actually load our programs from Zora, and maybe you can give us some feedback there. Okay. Thank you, guys. Let's start today's lesson. Okay, today I want to concentrate on, I want to use a lot of sprites. I don't want to just use, see, most of the time we use one sprite or we use two sprites. Now, those of you who want to take it to the next level, to make it more exciting, it's nice that we can add more than one thing. So what I want to do today is, firstly, uh, just to answer the question from the previous lesson, I want to make, let's pick this character here, Jordan. I want to make Jordan kick the ball. I will show you how you, there's many ways of doing it. Today, I'm going to show you how you use a block called the broadcast. And you won't believe, once you use that block, the broadcast block, that will become your favorite block because it can do a lot of things. Like your sprite is like we're talking to each other. You can send a message from one sprite to the other and then you can do something. So let's go and pick a ball so that Jordan can kick the ball. There's a soccer ball here. Okay. To get things started, when we click the green flag, I want Jordan to not look like this. I want her to look, let's look at her costumes. Okay, I selected the wrong one. Let's go and select Jordan. Okay, her costumes are like this. So I like when we're starting off, I want her to be like that. So what we will do is we will go, remember we are on Jordan. I will go to events. When clicked, and let's go to looks. Let's say switch costume to Jordan. Let me just make this a little bigger so you can see it. Yeah, switch costume to Jordan D. If you click that, that's how she looks. So what I want to happen is, let me show you one more thing as well. Right, because I did something similar in the previous lessons in January, but to make it more exciting, I want to show you something. You know, in games, you have options. You click it and it does something. Let's we go and we're going to clear it like a button. So I'm going to go and paint a new sprite. Let's paint a new sprite, right? And let me just make like a box, maybe like this. Let's change the color. Let's make this maybe a little lighter color. And let's go to text. As I told you, text, you can go, there's so many options here. Just that for time constraint, we can spend an entire lesson just on this step using all the different options and so on. So let's go to text. We can't choose the same color, so we won't see it. Let's pick maybe, okay, the blue looks nice. Let's type in, okay, actually we can't see that color. I should make it darker. Yes, that's better. Let me type in kick the ball. Okay, so we can move this around. So you see what we did now, we have a sprite here that looks like an instruction, and we can move it around like a normal sprite. We will put it in the top there. Now this is a bit too big. Let me make it a little smaller, make it 60. Right, there's an instruction, kick the ball. Now just like that, we can make many more things, and when we click it, we can do certain things. So what I want to do in this program, when I click that button or this sprite, I want this character here, this character's name is Jordan. Jordan must kick this ball. And if you look at it, Jordan is actually looking too small. Let me make this ball a little smaller. Okay, now we have a hand that's up. Let's, I think it's Fatima.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. Yourself?
I'm fine. So my question is that, how do you enter for the competition?
Okay. You see, when you go to the Africa Teen Geeks website,
Yes.
have you been there before? Okay.
Yes.
When you go to the website, there's something called upcoming events. You click on upcoming events, and you'll find out about the competition. And then you click there, they will give you all the instructions about it. Okay, Fatima?
Yes.
Okay,
And
I-
how do you upload your projects to enter for the competition? Like how
Okay,
do
you see, let me show you, right? You see, when I do this program now, when I do this program, we come here, file, and you can download it. When you download this, you'll see the file will come in here. Let me just show you. Let me click on download. Right, it downloads over here. So that's actually your project now that you can probably upload there. Okay, maybe that part there, your parent can assist you with that part. Are you okay with that, Fatima? Okay, I'll come back to you. Okay, so basically this is what we were working with. I want to now create like options here. So I created a sprite called click the ball. Now I'm going to click on it. When I click on it, I want Jordan to do something. Now think about this now. I've got three different sprites here. One is this here, one is the ball, and one is Jordan. Now I already got some code for Jordan. When I click the green flag, Jordan's costume must look like this. Let's add something for the ball. When I click the green flag, I want the ball to come here because when we kick the ball is going to go there. But when I start the program again, I want the ball to come back at this position. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say when the green flag is clicked, I'm going to go to motion. I'm going to go to motion. And at the moment, you see the soccer ball is clicked. Can you see we've got here the X and Y coordinates? That's actually the position of the ball. Let me move it. If I move it there, can you see it changed? If I move it here, can you see these values change? Now you don't have to concentrate too much about it. What you need to know is you can, wherever you want it, place it there and you can copy these down, or even better, when you move it, automatically these figures get updated. See this here. There is something that says go to X, Y, and it already has the values that we have here. So let me take it. And so basically watch this. Even if I put the ball there, when I click the green flag, can you see it comes back to the beginning? Okay. Now, the next thing I want to do is this. When I click this sprite, I want to send a message to this sprite to tell it to kick the ball. This is what's going to happen. So let's go to that sprite. There it is here. We are selected. Now, normally we say when the green flag is clicked. But this time, I don't want you to start kicking the ball when the green flag is clicked. No. When I click this here option, when I click this option, then it must trigger. So I'm not going to use the when green flag is clicked. I'm going to use this one here that says when this sprite is clicked. Which sprite? The sprite that's selected here. Kick the ball. And when this sprite is clicked, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to broadcast. Now, this is the first time I'm teaching this new lot of learners. I'm going to broadcast this message here. Broadcast, and I'm going to type in a new message. And I'm typing here, kick. Click on it, sorry. Now, what is this broadcast message, people? This is like, think about like when you're whispering to your friend something. You're telling them an instruction and then do it. Like, for example, if you and your friend, then you tell him, you know what, tell your joke. And when you tell him that, then he tells you famous joke. Or maybe you tell him, can I borrow an eraser? And obviously then he'll respond and lend you an eraser. Obviously now with the coronavirus, you're not supposed to be borrowing anything. But broadcast works like that. Broadcast works behind the scenes and you can send messages. So what happens is this now, when I click this, it's going to broadcast a message kick. Now, when I go to Jordan, watch this here. When I go to Jordan, right, Jordan already has some code. Now remember, there's a lot of space here. You can put lots and lots and lots of code. The ones we're doing at the moment is we're doing easy things because you're in grade 5, but we can add tons of code here. So basically, I'm going to go and add some code that will say, when I receive. When I receive, can you see kick came in here? Right, why kick came there is because in this sprite, I broadcast a message called kick. So basically now Jordan, when she receives that message, basically anything can receive that message. It's like that message is broadcast to everybody. And if they want, when they find that message, if they want to do something, they can do it. They can react to that message. So what we're going to do, Jordan is going to react to that message. So when I receive kick, okay, Zoe, I note your hand. As soon as I finish this, I'm going to take your question. When Jordan receives the message kick, this is what we need to do. But I want to change her costume now. See, I don't want her to be I want her to start moving like she's going to kick the ball. So if you go to costumes, you can see that costume A B, C. Basically A and B. C, her hands are outstretched like this. So I want to go and change her costume, make her look different. So let's go on to looks. And I will say switch costume to. I'll start off with the kicking motion, which is A. Now, you know, it goes very quick. So it's nice to put like a weight there to just delay the whole thing so we can actually see what's happening. So I'm putting a weight 1 second. Then I'll go back and I will change her costume again. Now I'll go to the second costume, which is B. Now, remember something. I sent a message about kick the ball to Jordan. Now, when Jordan see now, she's going to go like this. Let me show you. Can you see that? Let me show you again. Okay, let's run the program, what we did so far. Let me make it bigger. Green flag, click first. Let me click this, kick the ball. Right. Can you see she kicked the ball? But the ball has to move. But the ball is another sprite. That's the third sprite that we have. So I need to send another message now at this point. Because remember, a leg went, a leg kicked. At this point, I want to broadcast a message telling the ball must start moving. So at this point, what we can do is I can broadcast another message. And the message that I can broadcast this time, we call it something else. I can't call it kick. If I call it kick again, then it's going to be confused because this message is kick. Let's broadcast a message called move. Okay, now watch what's going to happen. Okay, after I broadcast the message, I want Jordan to stand with the arms outstretched. So I will go back to the one more costume I think she has. And I'll say switch costume. We did A, we did B. Now let's make it C. Costume C. Now watch this. I broadcasted a message called move. Now I will come to the ball. The ball already has some code because whenever I click the green flag, the ball must always come back to the starting point here. Now I can go and put another event when I receive. Now remember, this code is for the ball. And when I receive, see at the moment is picking up kick. I don't want to do anything for kick. I want to do, when I hear the message move, then I want the ball to start moving. Now, where do I want the ball to move to? I want the ball to move from here, maybe to here. Okay, so what I will do is I'll go to motion. Right. There's many ways you can make it. We can make it move 10 steps. You can loop it 10 step, 10 step, 10 step. But in this situation, since you're kicking the ball must move like a nice, smooth motion. We can use the glide. Now there's two glides here. There's one called glide 1 second to random position. I don't want it to go to a random position. I want it to go to this point over here. So this is what I'm going to do. You move the ball to where you want it. I want the ball to go there. Can you see the X and the Y values change as well as over here? So basically, I don't have to copy and paste the values. It's already moved. See, I will move it again. It's changed. So if I want it to end up over here, there's it. You take it with glide 1 second from here to the X and Y coordinate over there. Now 1 second is too quick. Let's make it 2 seconds. We'll go a little slower. Let's test this here and see what is going to happen. Now let me click the sprite here, kick the ball. Oh no, sorry. The first thing I'm supposed to do is click the green flag. Green flag, right, we're ready. Kick the ball. Okay, so we made it happen. It's actually working. Let me take that question and then we'll add more things to this. Zoe, I see your hand is up.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine, thanks. And you?
I'm fine.
I'm good. So my code doesn't seem to be working nicely.
Okay, code for which one, Zoe?
For all of the sprites.
Oh, you're talking about today's lesson.
Yes.
Okay. You got two devices, so you're watching me on one and you are coding on another.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe what you can do is, you can watch the videos. You see, I can't go any slower because we only have 1 hour. But what I can do for you is, Zoe, I'm gonna go to each sprite now, and I'm spending a little time there. What you can do is try and take a screenshot.
Okay.
But try and take a screenshot of it so that, see, sometimes because I'm moving back and forth, you're not getting to see it. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so let me go back and I will show you. Let's go to the sprites that we created, this one here. There is the code. This code is actually just broadcasting one message saying kick. And that when that message goes, Jordan is waiting for that message. And she will start moving. So look at Jordan. I'm going to go to Jordan now. When the green flag is clicked, Jordan starts by getting to her first costume, which is like this. Like that. See, when we're starting, everything must come back to normal. And she's going to wait. Watch it. Now, when I press, let me run it and go. Let me move this to show you that it's working. Watch it. Green flag. Right. Can you see, the program is actually running, but nothing is happening at the moment because everything is going to trigger from the time I click this. You understand? So when I click this, this is what's going to happen. The message is going to be broadcast. Jordan has code waiting for that. And when she receives that broadcast message, she's going to start moving into the kicking position. And then she's going to broadcast a message called move. At that point, the ball is waiting for that. And when the ball receives the message move, then you will start moving. Okay.
How do you create the sprite that you made?
Okay, I'm gonna make another one now. Right, I'm gonna make another one so that you can you'll see it again. Okay.
Okay.
So okay, I will make another one. So I won't create another program. It takes too long. So I'm just gonna move this down here. Okay, let me just leave that as it is. Let me just test it one more time. Okay, I moved this. This ball is not moving properly. I want it to move straight. How do you solve the problem? Simple like this. Watch here. You go to the ball. And I think that's better there. So I'll take this glide out and put this glide here. Let's test it out now. Right, that's more, it's more straight. Now, this is what I'm gonna do now. Let's, in the same program, I wanna just show you how I'm gonna make another sprite and make something else happen. Maybe let's make another one. Okay, let's do this here. I'm gonna add a sprite here. Let's go and add, let's add this bus here. Now, this bus is too big. I'm gonna make this bus a little smaller. Make it smaller. Right, I'm gonna make this bus here. Now I'm gonna put in the way of the bus. Let's say I'll put some things on the way. Let's put a few other sprites on the way. Let's see what we can find. Okay, let's take this ball here. I'll put the ball in the way of the bus. And let's take this one here. I'll put this maybe over here. And let's try and find one more ball. Right, let's go to sport. Let's take the tennis ball. Now let's try and make them all same size so it looks like you need like the same thing. So this one here is a little big. Let's drop it a little, maybe 95. Okay. 95. And this one make it bigger. a little bit. Okay, bigger again. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now guys, here we're just coming up with ideas. Yeah, you can take the same thing. Remember, you don't have to go now when you're making a program. You don't have to use a bus. You don't have to put ball on the way. What you can do is you can have anything. You could have like the dragon, as the dragon is flying, and then maybe you could have things on its way. Now, what I want to do here is I want to create another sprite. When I click that one, I want this bus to move, and as the bus is moving, just say when it touches this one must start moving. When it touches the next one, the basketball can start moving, and so on and so on. But the whole thing must start when I click its sprite. Now, the reason I'm showing you this, as most games, you have to have controls, and only when you do something will happen. You can't just press play and watch a video. You have to be interactive. That's what makes a game interesting. So I will come now and make another sprite. So this was kick the ball. Let's call this sprite start the bus. Right, we're gonna call it start the bus. Okay, let's change the color to make it the same as the other one. Okay, and let's put some text in there. Start the bus. Okay. So let me just make it bigger. Yeah, I didn't make it the same size. I should have. Okay, now it's too big. Well, what I do, I'm gonna make it smaller. I'm gonna click on it. Come here, let's make it smaller. Okay, fine. There's it there. Start the bus. Now, guys, you can spend more time and make it better. Actually, the best way to do it is if you go and duplicate something. Watch it. If I come to this sprite, right click, duplicate, and let's see if I can come in here and edit. Ah, that's better. Let me get rid of this one. All right, so I come to this one. I show you again. I right clicked and I clicked on duplicate. So then this one came up. Let's move it there. So it looks identical. Now I'll just go and I'll change the, instead of kick the ball, I will say start the bus. Start the bus. And let's just move it a little bit that way. Okay, so let's go to code. Now, when I click on start the bus, I want to send a message that this bus must start moving. So let's go to start the bus. At the moment now, because watch it, because I duplicated kick the ball, when you duplicate something, it comes with the code. So see here, start the bus has code, but it's not the code that I want. So let's go and edit it. So when this sprite is clicked, I want to broadcast a message. Now I can't use kick, it's already used. I can't use move because it's already used. Let's make another message. And let's call this message, let's call it bus. Or let's call it start bus. Start bus. Now, when I broadcast this message, that message, everybody can just hear that message. For example, I can even go to Jordan, and when Jordan hears, gets the message, start the bus, she can do something. But actually, that message is really meant for this bus. So when the bus gets that message, so in other words, I'm going to go to the bus, and I'm going to go to events, and there's something called when I receive. Now, when I receive, you're going to select which message. You click the arrow. When I receive start bus, then I want this bus to start moving. Right, I want it to start moving. So let's do that firstly. So another thing is when I click the green flag, remember now, when you run your program, this bus possibly can move and whatever. But when I start the program again, I want the bus, everything must come back in order. The bus must come back over here. You're following? So Let's go and put a green flag clicked. When the green flag is clicked, I want the bus to always be in this position. So I'll go to motion. And there is this block, same one like we used for the ball. Go to, and it'll be that position there. Now everything must be like that. For example, even the ball. But even the ball, when I start press play, the ball, this 3 here must come back in the same position. So let's go to the first one here. Let's put when the green flag is clicked, and I want it to be in that position. So the positions are already at the moment here. I will say go to that position. Then let's go to the basketball. I'm going to show you, test this out before I do anything. Basketball, when the green flag is clicked, it must come to this position. Go to motion, and then go to this position. And one more, the tennis ball. I will go there. When the green flag is clicked, it must come to this position where it is right now. So I'll go to motion and go to that. Now watch what's going to happen, right? If everything is all over the place like this, when I click the green flag, watch it. Everything is in order. I'll show you again. But just say we're busy, the things are all mixed up. When I click the green flag, but everything comes in order. How did I do that? I went to each one like this. I went to each character in our program or each sprite. Like for example, the yellow ball. I just came here. I put a when green flag clicked. That means when I'm starting the whole program. And then I'm going and using this go to X and Y. That means I'm telling this sprite that it must go to that position, X and Y coordinate. Okay. So basically that is it for now. And now I want to start moving the bus. Now I already got here. When I receive start bus, I want to move this bus in line here so that I want it to knock all these objects. So it must move from that position all the way to over here. Over here. So I moved it so that the values change. And then I'm going to take this now and put it in here. So instead of me going and copying and pasting this and putting it in here, by me moving it first, I can just copy the values from here. So let's test this out, guys. Let's test it and see. Let's click the green flag. Right, everything is in order. Let's just kick the ball first. Right, the ball is working. Let's click on start the bus. Okay, right, start the bus is working, but it's going very fast. I'm going to change glide 1 second. I want to make it 5 seconds. Right, so let's test it out one more time. Start the bus. Right, I like it going like that. Now, one more thing I'm going to show you. When the bus hits this ball, the first one, I want this ball now to start moving all over the place. And then it's going to hit the next ball and the next ball. So let's try that. Okay. Now, how we can do that? We can do it so many ways, children. We can do it now with more broadcast message, but there's also something here. Those of you who are experimenting, there's so many things here. There's something here that's called touching. Under sensing, like for example, touching color and so on. For example, I can check if this bus is going to touch yellow and I can do something. Oh, but more interesting is if I come here and click, all the sprites, the names come up here. So basically, I can check if this sprite comes in contact or touches the other sprite, then I can do something. That's what I wanted. So I'm going to use this nice block here. At the moment, it says touching mouse pointer. Now, if you want, there's a nice program we did in January where we're moving our mouse and we're trying to catch things. And we use this one here. This time, I don't only use touching mouse pointer. I want to use where the ball is touching the bus, and it must start moving. So let me show you. Let me take this out now. I'm going to go to the first ball. But the first ball already got some code here. I'm going to put another green flag clicked. Okay, I don't see. There's so many ways we can do it. I can put a when green flag clicked, and then it can wait, and it will. I'm going to use a forever block. Forever means it's going to carry on checking forever and ever and ever. I can put a forever block, and it will keep checking if the bus is touching. Or I can even use this when I receive. I can use the when I receive start bus. Because remember, only when the bus starts moving, then I need to check. So basically, I'll use the when I receive. Let me take out the when green flag. When I receive start bus, this ball is going to keep checking forever. So forever, what is it going to check? It's going to check if under motion, under sensing, sorry, touching. I'll take touching and put in here. If touching, bus, there's bus here. If touching bus, then what do I want to do? I want this to continuously move all over the place. It must move up, down, side, whatever. So I can use the glide to a random position. Glide 1 second to a random position. Now, random position means it will just go to any position here. You don't have to specifically pick an X and Y coordinate. But I want it to happen over and over and over. So I have to put it inside a forever block. Forever will make it, watch this. If I click on it, see that it's moving forever and ever. I'm not doing anything. It's just moving on its own. You see that? Okay, let's stop. Okay. So if I put this in here, that means only when the bus touches the ball, it will start moving. So let me put it in here. Let's test it out, guys. But sometimes we can make mistakes, but let's test it out. Green flag clicked. Right, everything is in position. I don't need to test the kick the ball. You know that works. Let's just start the bus. Right, see, it worked. So the first ball started. Now I need to do the same thing that I did with the first ball, the second and third ball. Okay, now you can go and redo this whole thing. Right, but the easy way to do it, those of you now who are learning this, I'm going to show you a trick. You can come over here with your mouse, you can click on it, and you can place it somewhere. So if I place it here, can you see when I go over the basketball, can you see the basketball was moving a bit? Let me go inside there now. Can you see it came? Instead of me doing it again, the code from there came in here as well. It got copied. I'm going to show you again. Okay. I'm going to give you time to take screenshots of the code just now. Okay. Now I need to just put that code for the tennis ball as well. So watch here. You click and you drag and you drop it inside tennis ball. So you come there. Right. Can you see tennis ball? Drop it in there. Go to tennis ball. There's it here. Let's test this program properly. Can you see things are all over the place? Let me move the bus. Okay, I can't move it over here. There's so many things that I taught you in this lesson here. But things are all over the place. Watch. When I click green flag, everything is back in order. We're going to start. Let's just kick the ball. Kick the ball works. Let's click on start the bus. Okay. So it's a few things that I'm trying to teach you now so you can add in your project and make it much interesting. So I'm going to go, okay, a lot of the kids requested for me to show you the code again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from one character to the next so you can see the code. You can take screenshots or photos of it if you don't want to just wait for the video. And then you can, so in the meantime, while I'm doing that. Anybody got any questions, or can you give me a comment? Okay, let's go to Richard.
Sir, I don't have the code of the girl that kicks the ball in the soccer ball.
Okay. Okay, see, Richard, I got it at the moment for you, right? I'm gonna go from one sprite to the next. So at the moment, the girl code is on the screen.
Okay, I see.
Okay, so what you do, if you got a tab or a phone, try and take a screenshot of it, or even take a photo of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So everyone here, I'm gonna go from one character to the next and show you the code. Please make sure that you take a picture of it. I want you to use all these ideas in your project and more. You can even come up with your own better ideas. Right, let's see if there's another hand up. Fatima, did you ask your question? Fatima, I see your hand is still up.
No, sir, not yet. I have another question,
Okay.
because when I went onto the Africa Teen Geeks website,
Yes.
I went to the upcoming event and saw where you can register. But when I went to see if I could register or not, it said that I cannot register because the event is over or something.
Okay. Okay, I will find out for you now. Right, I think Tabiso is here. Tabiso, just check that question, please, and see if you can give us some feedback. Okay, can I move to the next character? Do you all have this here? I'm going to move to the next one, the ball. Right, there's the code for the soccer ball. Can you see it's not much code? It's quite a little code, but it makes things happen. The first one here, it will be quite important for you guys when you're creating a project, because if you're doing animation and things are moving up all over the place, when you start the program again, you got to get everything back in the correct place. So this is quite a good feature to use. Right, I'm moving on to the next code. This is the code for kick the ball. Right, kick the ball is just going to broadcast a message kick so that we know what to do. I'm going to go to start the bus. Start the bus code is very similar to kick the ball. It's just basically sending the message, broadcasting a message so that we'll trigger that event. Right, then we go to the bus. The bus, all it does is, we got 2 bits of code there. When the green flag is clicked, make sure the bus comes here, and then the bus starts moving. That's it. It moves for 5 seconds to this new position. Now for the ball, let me go to the first ball. The yellow ball, right, it's got this bit of code. Let me explain this code again, because it looks like so complicated, but it's not really. Why do I have this first forever block? The first forever block is going to keep checking. Remember, we don't know which point the bus is going to touch the yellow. But what we're going to do is, when I receive the start bus, I know the bus is going to start moving. Forever means over and over and over. It's going to keep checking whatever I put inside here. So I'm going to put this check here. I'm going to put this if statement. And the if statement will be checking if touching bus. So in other words, if the ball is touching the bus, then I'm going to do something. And what do I want to do? I want to do this here. I want to glide, not one time. I want to glide over and over and over till I stop. That's why I got a forever. I took the glide, I put it inside of forever. That means it'll carry on moving. Let me click it and show you. See, it keeps moving over and over and over. But if I take that and put it in here, right, then only when I receive start bus and only when it touches the bus, then only it will start moving. Okay. And the rest, like the basketball, the code is the same. The tennis ball, the code is the same. Now, is there anybody that didn't missed out? Let me ask Richard. Richard?
So can I just take a screenshot of Jordan and the soccer ball?
Okay. There's Jordan here.
Okay, the ball now.
Okay, soccer ball.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, just check. Do you have the rest, Richard? Richard, do you have the rest of the screenshot?
So you said?
Yeah, do you have the rest of the screenshot for the other button?
Yes, I do.
Okay, sure. Okay, guys. So quite an interesting program we did today. Now I know we did 2 in 1. I want to show you that, see, you can, by creating these different buttons here, you can actually you can make your program much more useful. And also you can have a button for start music or stop music. You can have, you know, that other in the previous lesson where we can keep changing the backgrounds. We can have a button to change background. So slowly your program is becoming like a real game, not just for playing around, like a real thing. So when you're learning this now, don't learn each program in isolation. You can think in the other program. If, for example, I can have a button here called uh, take a test, and then I can broadcast a message, take a test, and then Jordan, this character here, would start asking you all the test questions from the other program. Do you understand? So you can take all the ideas and put it in here, and we can trigger them with these buttons. Okay. So can I get any feedback? I just want to know from you guys who's actually already working on projects. Okay, you can even leave a message on the chat if you don't want to speak, but you should be able to speak. Okay, tomorrow is the last lesson for us. And let me just see if Tabiso is back so he can give us a bit of feedback on the questions that you asked. Okay, any more questions? Okay, Richard, your hand is up. Do you have another question?
I know, so I'm fine now.
Okay. Okay. So basically, as I told you, you can take this program and you can go and add more buttons here. And to make it, for example, you want to change your backdrop. We did that in the previous lesson. You can go there and you can go and update. Okay, let's see. We got a question from William and James.
Excuse me,
Okay, hi, William. Is it William or James?
James.
Hi, James.
We're working on a project, but we never knew we had to register.
Okay, so you didn't register for it. Okay, no problem. I'm going to get feedback now at the moment. I'm actually trying to send a message to our host. And I think what you do from your side is just send an email through to Africa Team Geeks, and maybe in case there's any technical issue. But I'm going to try and assist you from this side.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Let me just see if I can get Tabiso. Hi, Tabiso. Okay, I don't think he's online at the moment to assist us with that question. But we will wait till the end of the session. We have a little bit more time. I'm going to show you one more thing until maybe Tabiso comes back. I want to show you something right now where, you know, for music, and good idea for putting music, sometimes it can be annoying for the music to always be on all the time. So an interesting thing that we could also put in is, let's find anything to do with music. Uh, okay, we've got this nice picture of a speaker, but I'm just looking at the costumes. It doesn't come with costumes. Okay, let's take this picture here. Can you see it does come with nice costumes like it's moving? Right, let's take the drum kit. So I'm going to make it a little smaller. And maybe just put it, let's put it maybe, okay, just for now, I'm just going to put it down here. Now, what we can do is we can click it to start the music, and we can change it, make it look like it's going to. So let's click on it. I'm going to come here and go to an event called when this sprite is clicked. So when this sprite is clicked, I want to do this. Let's go pick a nice sound. What sound do we have at the moment? No, that's too boring. Let's go pick a loop. Okay, let's just pick this one here. So we'll go back to code. When this sprite is clicked, I'm going to, now how do you start the music and you want it to carry on and on and on and on? Right, so this is what we can do. We can say, I also want to change, let's go to costumes and check, see, it's come with 2 costumes. So I also want to change that. So what we can do is, let me show you how you use the broadcast here as well. When this sprite is clicked, I want to forever next costume, and I want to wait. Let's go to control. Let's wait. Now 1 second. Let's change it to 0.5, half a second. I also want to change the color of this. Now I haven't used that yet this time. If you go to looks, there's something called here change color effect. So I'm just going to take it and put it in here so we can test what that does. Change color effect. Now I also want to play music, but I want the music to be looped and looped and looped. So let's do this. In here, stop. I'm going to broadcast a message. I'll put it right in the beginning. Broadcast a message, and the message will say play music. But play music. So in the sprite here, you say when I receive play music, I'll put a forever block, and I will go to sound and pick the sound that we picked. And the sound that we picked was drum bass. Is this the one? Let's just test that. No, not that one. Sorry. Sound. Oh, thing is called drum jam. Drum jam. So let's test this out now. So I'll click this. Color is changing and so on. Okay, so can you see each time you can just add on more things. And another interesting thing is to change this boring background over here. We can add a few more backgrounds. And again, you can put it on a. So let me just quickly, I'm going to duplicate this. Okay, I think I accidentally. Be back. Duplicate. I'm gonna go to the sprite here. Go to the costumes. That's gonna be start the bus. I'm gonna say this. Say change background. Change background. Okay, so I will take this one here, put it in the top here. Let me stop this from moving. Okay, change background. At the moment, because I duplicated it, has some code. But what I want to do is when this sprite is flicked, I don't want to broadcast any message. I just want to change the background. So how you do, you quickly add some background. You come to the bottom right here, backdrops. At the moment, it's just plain white. Let's just pick a few quickly. Let's pick this one. Let's add a few more. Maybe that one. Okay, so watch here now. When we run our program, let me press play first. Click on change background. Okay, I don't put the code in there. The code, you can't click on it. Go to code. All you say is next costume. Go to looks, next costume. Press play. Okay, what's happening here? Okay, can you see? Sorry. Oh, so not next costume. I clicked the wrong one. So next backdrop, sorry. You see, sometimes you can quickly, when you're grabbing, you can grab the wrong one. Costume will change the sprite's costume. Background here, you need to check the next backdrop. So there it is. But the last rundown of the program, when you click the green flag, everything comes back into place. Click on kick the ball. Kicks the ball. Start the bus. That's moving. Change the background. We can keep changing the backgrounds. We're gonna play music. Okay, let me see why. Okay, again, it's gone to drum bass 3. You see what happened? You know when I accidentally deleted a sprite, when you click undo, it will undo whatever you did. So I'm just gonna go back and make that drum jam. Right, that's working. Okay, I hope that was helpful to you guys. We're almost at the end. We're actually at the end. I just was waiting for Tabiso. Let's see if Tabiso is back. Hi, Tabiso. Are you back? Okay, he's not back. So the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to forward all tomorrow. Okay, goodbye.